Hello friends, welcome to the flexibility series, and today we're going to work on our hamstrings. You may need a couple of props. We will try to do most of the asanas without them, but they may be handy. So first of all, you will need a strap or something that can serve as a strap. I have two options here. One is like a holder from the mat, and the other one is just a belt from a shirt. So either is fine, just something that's not too stretchy. And the other thing is a block or two blocks. I appreciate that not everyone has a couple of yoga blocks at home just randomly, so just grab a book. This is a great replacement or alternative, just something that's roughly the size of this. And when you're ready, we are going to start seated. Come to a comfortable cross-legged position. Bring your hands on top of your knees, palms facing up, and gently close your eyes. Open through the shoulders. Try to lengthen through the spine. Sit nice and tall. Relax your face muscles, relax your shoulders down. And start bringing attention inwards to your breath. Find that place in your body where you can feel the inhalations and exhalations the most. And then start lengthening your breath, making the inhales a little bit deeper and exhales a little bit longer. Inhale, feel your whole lungs. Feel like your chest and the abdomen are expanding as you inhale, and the abdomen and chest fall as you exhale. Continue deep, long breath. We will try to maintain this breathing throughout the practice. If you're familiar with Ujjayi breath, you can also use that. And steady, nice breath will help us go deeper into our stretches, because that's the sign to the body that everything is okay. We're not going anywhere too far or too dangerous for the body or anything like that. Everything is peaceful, calm, and nice, and we're observing how we feel. We are being patient with ourselves. This is a lot of things that our breath can do, but that is true. Once we start feeling a little bit rushed and breathing in a rushed way, that's always the signal to the body that everything is, not everything, but something is a little bit stressful, and it means that it sort of shrinks and comes into a defensive mode. And that's really not something that we need in these stretches. What we need is just calm and soft and deep breath. Gently open your eyes. And we are going to start our practice sitting with the legs extended. So come to a seated pose, remove your glute muscles from underneath your sit bones. This will help you sit a little bit taller. And if you need a little bit more height, you can put something underneath your sit bones, like a block or a bolster or a blanket, a cushion, anything like that. First of all, sit nice and tall, and then bend your right knee, bring your right foot next to your left knee. Grab either your foot if you're fairly stretched, or underneath your knee if you know that you're a bit tighter in your hamstrings. You can also check that in a second. With an inhale, we're going to extend the right leg, push through the heel, and with an exhale, place it back. We're trying to maintain the spine straight here. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, bend. Inhale, bring it up, push through the heel. Exhale, bend. Inhale, push through the heel, extend the leg. Exhale, bend. See if you want to grab the foot. If you're grabbing underneath the knee just before, inhale, extend that leg. And we're here for a few breaths, so just pause. Try to bring your thigh into your chest, maintain a nice long spine. Inhale here and exhale. Don't judge yourself too much here. This is just the first pose where we're warming up, opening the hamstrings, so it's okay if the leg is not entirely straight. Exhale, place it down on the mat. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So bend your left knee, place the foot close to the right knee, grab it underneath the knee or grab the foot somewhere in the middle. Inhale, extend the leg, push through the heel. Exhale, place it back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, place it down one more time. Inhale, extend it, and stay here for a couple of breaths. Push through the heel. Maybe grab the foot if you feel like you can go a bit deeper. My hamstrings are super tight, so for me this is the most challenging practices, but also this is the one that I need the most. Exhale, place that foot down onto the mat. Cross your legs and come onto all fours. And from here we're coming into a downward facing dog. So here, fingers spread, palms pressing into the mat, shoulders away from the ears, inner elbows are pointing towards each other. You can maintain a little bend in the elbows to avoid hyperextension. Bring the tailbone up. And here in this down dog, we're going to focus on stretching our legs. So if you've done the chest opening, you remember that there we were pressing through the chest. This is not something we're going to do here. Instead, we first are going to bend the legs, just one knee at a time. Paddle out the legs. And now bend your right knee, straighten the left leg as much as you can, and press your weight into the legs, into the hips, and into the left foot. So you should feel like you're pressing towards the back and your leg becomes more open, and the sensation in the left leg increases here. Switch sides, bend the left knee, open the right, straighten the right leg, bring the heel into the mat, and really push through the hands so you can feel that sensation of stretch through the whole right leg. Beautiful. Just another breath here. Long breath. Exhale. Bring both legs to the equal position, whatever that is. Maybe slightly bent or straight knees. And with the next inhale, look to the front and slowly walk your feet towards your hands. And we're going to stay here for a moment. So bring your feet about hip distance apart. First of all, come halfway up, so make sure your back is straight, parallel to the floor, shoulders are nice and open, maybe even look up to open through the chest. And with an exhale, fold forward, leading with your belly. This is where you may need blocks or books. You can experiment with the height, but they can be really, really nice and useful, and can really help you bring your belly closer into your thighs. So instead of trying to round through the spine and sort of bringing your head closer to the knees, what we want to do is lengthen through the spine and just bring the belly down. Press through the heels here and try to bring your hips almost back. So just bring more weight into the heels, and these will help you to stretch through the back of the legs more. If you're really nice and open here, you can also grab your ankles or grab your calf muscles and bring yourself all the way down. Just make sure you maintain that straight back. Maybe you don't need blocks here, or maybe you really don't have them, or you don't have books or anything like that. So what you can do is bend the knees here first and try to place your fingertips on the mat. If you're just somewhere higher up, then really bending the knees may help. And then just start straightening the knees by bringing the hips up. So if you're really tight in the hamstrings, just find that sensation, so they don't have to be completely straight. If you're fully folding forward, then just stay there. So this is just a variation for those people who don't have blocks and can't reach all the way down with the legs straight. So try to straighten your legs by pushing your tailbone up and allowing your body to fold a little bit forward. And just stay somewhere here. Try to glue your belly to your thighs if you can. And again, just push that tailbone up until you find that sensation of stretching in the legs. I feel it here. I don't need to go all the way into straight legs to feel it. Just a few more breaths here. Deep inhale and exhale. Head is relaxed down. One more inhale and exhale. With the next inhale, we're going to bring ourselves all the way up. Sweep the arms up as well, slight back bend at the top, and then bring the palms together in front of the chest and down by the sides. We'll do one Surya Namaskar together just to warm up through the body, including the hamstrings a little bit. This will help us to open them later. So with an inhale, bring the arms all the way up, slight back bend at the top, exhale, fold forward. Just a little quick stop here. This time walk your fingers a little bit further. Again, bend the knees if you need to. Just a bit more than a feet distance away, feet as in the size of your feet. Try to grab the mat with your fingers, or just feel that sensation like you're trying to grab it, and then shift the weight back into the heels. So again, you should feel the stretching sensation here. Your back is straight. You don't have to fold here even too much. You should feel it once you shift the weight back into the hips. And then exhale, just relax down, come to a full forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, place your hands on the mat, step your right leg back, left leg back, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows close to the body. Inhale for up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Just stay here for a breath in downward dog. Inhale and exhale. With the next inhale, come high on your toes, bend the knees, look at the front between your palms, take a big step to the front of the mat, come halfway up, exhale, fold forward. With the next inhale, bring your arms all the way up, slight back bend, exhale, palms in front of your chest and down by your sides. One more time, inhale, arms all the way up, slight back bend at the top, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, step your right leg back, left leg back, shift your weight forward and down, chaturanga, maybe with the knees. Inhale for up dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, shift your weight back, press through the palms to feel that stretch in the backs of the legs. With the next inhale, bring your right leg up, and exhale, step it between your palms. With the next inhale, we're going to come up with the arms open through the chest. And here we want to find that sensation of stretching through the back leg. So keep the arms up. I'm just going to use mine to explain this. So what we're going to do is we're going to tuck the tailbone in and then really press through that leg to open the area underneath the knee. So instead of having it a little bit bent, press through the back heel, press it back and press the kneecap up, so your leg becomes as straight as possible. This is how we find the stretch in this back leg. One more breath here. Inhale. And with an exhale, lower the knee down and walk your hands back, shift your weight back, come to a half split. You may need to walk the front foot a little bit forward to the front of the mat, so your back leg is at 90 degrees. And this is another place where you can really use your blocks. They can become very handy. Experiment with the height. Flex your front foot, inhale to a flat back, and exhale, fold from the hips. Try to bring your belly towards your right thigh. Stay here, you can release your head down. If you're very flexible in your hamstrings, you're closer to your leg, that's beautiful. If your hands are on the mat, flat, you can walk them forward. Try to find more sensation in the right leg. Otherwise, just stay on your blocks, on your tops of the fingers, just wherever feels good to open through that hamstring. With the next inhale, we're going to shift the weight forward, sink the hips down, open the chest, low lunge, and exhale, shift the weight back, come to half split again. We'll do 5 of this in a dynamic way. So inhale, shift the weight forward, open through the chest, exhale, half split. Inhale, come to the front, bend the knee, open through the chest. Exhale, shift the weight back. One more time, inhale, low lunge. Exhale, shift the weight back. One more time, right, because I said 5. So inhale, bend the knee, open the chest, sink the hips down. Exhale, stretch through the hamstring, come to half split. We're going to stay here for about 30 seconds, and you can stay here, or if splits is something that you practice regularly, you can come into full split. I'm going to stay here. Splits are currently not part of my practice. I'm just getting there. As I said, I'm really tight in the hamstrings. I don't know if it looks that way. I'm sure it does. I've been practicing yoga for a few years now, and they do open, but it happens very slowly. So it really takes a lot of patience here. But also, you know, this is physical practices is just a way to practice other things that we can use in life, and patience is for sure one of them. Just one more breath here. With the next inhale, we're going to shift the weight to the front, place the hands on the mat, and step the right leg back, come to downward facing dog. One inhale here, exhale, push the weight back, feel the stretch through the backs of the legs. Inhale, bring your left leg up, and exhale, step it to the front between your hands. With an inhale, bring the arms up, come to high lunge or crescent lunge. And again, here we'll do the same thing as we did on the other side with the back leg. So keep your arms up, palms parallel to each other. You can look up as well. Push through the back heel and bring the kneecap of the right leg up to straighten that back leg. You will feel it. It's like you are lengthening through the area underneath the knee. Deep inhale here. Find a little bit more back bend. Open through the shoulders. And with an exhale, place the hands on the mat. Bring the right knee down. Place the right foot flat on the mat. Inhale here. And with an exhale, shift your weight back. Come to half split. Again, grab your blocks or books if you have them. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, leading with your heart and with your belly. Try to fall forward a little bit deeper. If you are very open, just hug your leg and stay there. Flex your front foot. With an inhale, we're going to shift the weight forward, come to low lunge, open through the chest, sink the hips down. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, shift your weight back, half split. Inhale, come to the front, open through the chest, low lunge. Exhale, half split. 2 more times. Inhale, come to the front, open through the chest. Exhale, back. 1 more time. Inhale here, try to bring your belly close to your thigh and then maintain that connection as you straighten the front leg. So exhale, shift your weight back, try to keep your belly close to the thigh for as long as you can. And when you cannot anymore, just come a little bit higher up to find that flat back. And again, lead with your heart. We're here for 30 seconds. Maybe you need to walk your foot just a little bit more to the front to find the 90-degree angle in the back leg. Deep inhale here and exhale. A few more breaths. Well, about 15 more seconds. So a few good more breaths here. Remember about steady, nice breath. Feel that back of the left leg. Nicely opening and stretching. 1 more inhale here. And exhale. With the next inhale, shift the weight forward. Frame your foot with your hands and step the left leg back. Come to downward facing dog. Again, inhale here and exhale, shift the weight back, shift the heels into the mat, sink them into the mat or try to bring them close so you can feel the sensation of opening through the backs of the legs. With the next inhale, come high on your toes, bend the knees, look to the front, step or light hop to the front of the mat. A little pause here. So first we'll come halfway up. And then exhale, fold forward. This is where we're going to pause. Here, we're going to bring the palms underneath our feet. Maybe bring the feet a bit further away from each other. If you need more space, bend the knees if you need to. And exhale, bring your head down to the floor. Paschimottanasana, forward, fold. Try to bring your tailbone up. Wherever you are, with each exhalation, try to bring the head closer to the floor. Few more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. See if you can go deeper. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can go deeper. And with the next inhale, release those palms. Come all the way up to standing arms up. Slight back bend at the top. Exhale. Palms in front of your chest and down by your sides. From here, step your left leg back. Bring your right foot in. So the sides of the feet are parallel to the front and the back of the mat. We're going to do forward folds. You may need to adjust your legs, but just keep them about 4 feet away from each other. Bring your hands on top of, on your waist or on your hips. Open through the chest here. Bring the elbows back, really open nicely. And with an exhale, fold forward. Release your arms down. And if the floor feels very far away from you, then step your feet further away from each other so you can bring your tops of the fingers or your palms on the mat. And if this is super easy, then shorten your stand. And here, fold forward until you feel a nice stretch in the back of your legs and in your hips as well. And also the opening on the legs, but mostly we're here to find the sensation in the back of the legs. Stay here, folding forward. Engage your legs. Engage your glute muscles. You will see that engaging your legs, making them strong, helps you to fold forward a little bit more. Bring your hands to your hips and with an inhale, come all the way up. We'll do this one more time, but this time with the fingers interlaced behind your back. So interlace them, and with an exhale, fold forward. Bring the knuckles overhead or just as far as they go. And again, keep your back straight here, so shoulders are back. We're folding from the hips. Few breaths here. One more breath. Deep inhale. And exhale. See if you can go a bit further. Inhale, bring yourself all the way up. And bring that left foot to the front of the mat to meet the right. Find yourself standing one more time. From here, we're going into triangle pose. So again, bring the left leg back a little bit closer this time, about 3 feet, 3.5 feet apart. Your front foot is facing to the front of the mat. The back leg is, the side of the back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. So the feet are in one line. Bring the arms to the sides, extend the arms. And from here, first imagine like someone is pulling your right hand to the front. You start bending from the hip. And then with an exhale, bend towards the right side. Bring your right hand towards your left shin, right shin. Here you can bend the knee slightly to avoid hyperextension. Some people may have it, so my knees have it. You can see that it's like kind of a little bit curved. So I need to bend my knee a little bit to bring it into a straight position. The top arm is just pointing straight up, and you can look down to the front or up here. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Make sure your hips are squared, your chest is open. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale, feel that stretch in the front leg. With the next inhale, bend the right knee, bring the arms up, and step your back leg to the front. Same thing on the other side. So this time, step your right leg back about 3.5 feet apart from the left. Make sure your feet are in one line. The middle of the back foot and the front foot are in one line. Extend the arms to the sides, look towards the front. First, imagine like someone is pulling your left hand, and then bend to the left side, bring the left arm down, right arm up. Again, look down, front or up towards your right arm. Make sure your chest is open. Maybe you need to come a bit higher here. And again, check for that knee. You may need to bend it a little bit to avoid the hyperextension. Try to bring your hips in one line as well. One more breath here. Exhale, go as deep as you can. With an inhale, bend the front knee, bring yourself up, and step the right leg to meet your left. And from here, we're going to come into a seated pose. So just sit all the way on the mat, and this is where you will need your belt. We're going into a forward fold. Well, maybe you don't need your belt. Actually, if you're flexible, I will. So here, first of all, remove your glute muscles from underneath your sit bones. Sit nice and tall. Maybe support yourself with your arms behind your back. Really find that length in the spine. With the next inhale, bring the arms all the way up, and exhale, fold forward. Maybe grab your feet, maybe grab your ankles, maybe land your hands onto your shins, maybe just outside your knees. Wherever you are, you're leading with your heart, trying to bring the belly closer to the thighs, and then not rounding through the back, but relaxing your head and neck at the very end. And if you have a belt, you bring that belt around your feet and help yourself with the belt to bring yourself forward, to bring your belly closer to your thighs, but keeping your back straight. We're just going to stay here for a couple of breaths. Deep inhale for length. Exhale, fold forward. Relax your neck and the head and just stay here for a couple of breaths. See, maybe at some point you can release your belt and actually grab your feet. If your back is still straight, long, nice breath. We're here for about a minute. This may feel really, really good to some people whose hamstrings are not super tight, and this may feel extremely uncomfortable to the others. This feels very uncomfortable to me. As I said before, my hamstrings are very tight. But this, the more challenging the pose feels, the more it is the sign that we need to practice it even more, because that means that we're probably holding or accumulating something in that part of the body that's very tight. Because remember, we're all born very flexible, and we accumulate that tightness as we go through this life. So if this feels very tight for you and challenging, it's good. That's where you need to be. With the next exhale, see if your body allows you to go deeper. Try to bring your elbows to the mat. This is the general direction. Elbows are coming towards the mat. Few more breaths here. Beautiful. With the next inhale, slowly walk your hands up. Bring yourself all the way up. Shake your legs. And bring yourself all the way down onto the mat. Laying down. Grab your belt or whatever you're using as a belt. And here, extend your left leg. Bring your right knee into the chest. And again, if you are flexible, you can just grab your foot with your right foot with your right hand and straighten the leg here and try to bring it closer into your chest. If you can't do that, then bring your belt around that foot and straighten the leg. So we're working with the right leg here, and what we are trying to do is to push, we're pushing with the right heel up to straighten that leg, really, really straighten it, and then we're pulling it towards our body. Again, this may feel pretty challenging to some people, so you can grab that strap if you're using it with both hands, or you can relax your right hand and just use your left hand, whatever feels good for you. Make sure your back is flat on the mat. Pull that leg into your body. Let's flex the left foot as well, so it's straight. One more inhale here. With an exhale, try to bring it as close to yourself as you can, and then release the right leg. Extend it to the front. Your right leg should now feel much longer than the left. So we'll do the same on the other side. Bring the left knee into your chest. Flex the right foot. And either grab your left foot with your left hand and just straighten the leg. Or if that feels uncomfortable, you can bring the strap around the left leg. And do it with a strap, so straighten the leg, push through the heel to really straighten that leg, like we did, similar to what we did in the high lunge, if you remember. And with an exhale, bring that leg closer to your body. One more, two more breath cycles here. Inhale. Exhale, try to bring that leg a little bit closer. One more inhale, push through the heel to really straighten that leg. Exhale, bring it as close to your body as you can, and then release the leg. We'll do one last thing, twist, this time focusing on the hamstrings, or at least we will try. So with an inhale, bring your right leg up to 90 degrees. Bring yourself a little bit up to grab the outside of the right foot with the left hand, and then bring your leg around towards your left. Place it on the floor and straighten the leg. If you really can't do this, then bend the knee and just come into a regular twist. Your right arm is extended to the right side and you're looking towards the right. So simple twist is an option. We're just relaxing here, or if you can, grab the outside of the left leg, then straighten it here. Straight leg twist. Try to bring the right shoulder into the mat. 3 breaths here. You can close your eyes if that feels good for you. Just coming to the end of the practice, relaxing. 1 more breath here. Bring that leg back to the center, bend the knee, or if it's bent, just relax it to the front. We'll do the same thing on the other side. I don't quite have space here, but I'll try. So bring the left leg up, this time to 90 degrees. Grab the outside of the left foot with your right hand, if you can, and then bring it all the way, to the right side. Extend it here. This is just as far as I can go. That's okay. I think you get the point. Extend the left leg to the left arm to the side and look towards your left, or maybe bend that left arm and look towards the left side. Try to bring the left shoulder into the mat. So with each exhalation, bring the left shoulder closer to the mat. Maybe close your eyes here. 2 more breaths. Deep inhalation and exhalation. 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale. With an inhale, bring the left leg up and extend it to the front of the mat. Now check if there is a little bit of a gap where your lower back is. If you can find an arch, then bend the knees and walk your hips a little bit forward. Extend your legs again. Bring your feet to the sides, corners of the mat. Extend your arms to the sides. We're here for the final relaxation. Really relax through the hamstrings, the backs of the legs that we stretched quite a lot today. Take a deep inhale and exhale through the mouth of any tension. 1 more time. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Spend some time here in Shavasana, fully relaxing into this pose. And when you're ready, which again doesn't have to be now, probably shouldn't be now, but when you're ready, just with your eyes closed, bring yourself up to a comfortable seated and allow your practice to come to an end, and take a moment to appreciate yourself for doing this work with your body. Otherwise, before that, stay in Shavasana for as long as it serves you. And as always, thank you so much for joining the practices with me. I hope you feel a little bit longer in your legs. Thank you and namaste.